What is going on, boys and girls? I didn't know everyone was in here waiting for me. So, it's not quite 9 o'clock yet, Eastern. Um, so we'll give everyone maybe a couple more minutes. I know Tony might be a little late. This is going to be a pretty short Tony talk tonight. These aren't intended to be long. Um, but the first one, because it had been the first ever, obviously we had a bit more to talk about. Tonight is just going to be a little bit of an update from what we said last week, and then Tony will actually have to bounce in a little bit, and then I'll kind of close it up with a few other things that Tony might not touch on. If he does, great. If he doesn't, um, we'll cover that, and then maybe if there's time, I'll try to take some questions. But like I said before, these aren't intended to be full blown AMAs. But if there's time and there's a good amount of hands up, we'll make time for it. Um, so Tony should be here any minute. But like I said, he did mention that he had something come up tonight, so he's squeezing us in. Might have to rename Tony Talk Tuesday though, twice in a row. There he is. I invited you on up, Tony. There you are.
Can you hear me?
I can. How's it going, brother?
Josh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Am- Are you on your phone? Am I not on speaker? Sometimes it puts it on the earpiece instead of speaker, even if you were on speaker before. You got to swipe up. I I think this happened to you last time, Tony. I know on my phone I got to swipe up to get speaker and change the audio and all that. Just bear with us, guys. Technical difficulties. Tony might be able to kill you 7 different ways with his bare hands, but Discord's a different animal.
3 hours later.
All right, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. Um, I mentioned Tony didn't have much time tonight. And the reason is I kind of fill you guys in, and Tony will have to come back another night. I don't think he's gonna get this working tonight. He's actually not home, so I'll kind of let you in a little bit about what's going on, and then we'll have Tony kind of fill in the missing details for you guys next time. So, basically, I'll tell you a little bit about what Tony's got going on today while he wants to come back up on the stage. So we'll try this one more time. Basically, what Tony's got going on is he's actually at a dinner meeting, um, with a potential partner, brand partner for the game. So that's why he only has a few minutes tonight. He tried to break away to do this for us, and unfortunately, doesn't seem to be technology working for him tonight. So um, I'm sure he'll share some more exciting details on that in the near future. I apologize that we can't get him up here to hear it firsthand from him, but yeah, he's working on building relationships once again outside of Discord here for Warrior Alliance in the game and everything that goes along with it. So that's exciting news. Um, and he had to jet in a few anyway. He just wanted to share a little bit about that and spread a little bit more insider knowledge for you guys. But I'll kind of touch on a little bit of things that I was going to speak about anyway. Now that you kind of are brought up to speed about what's going on with Tony. Um, Thank you all for your patience, by the way, while we dealt with that. So, um, obviously, we had Tony Talk Tuesday last week. We shared a lot about where we've been, why things have been silent, some of the changes we made. That was recorded and put in the video vault if you missed it. I'm not going to recap everything, but this week, what we have, I wanted to clarify one major thing. Obviously, we've been hinting at the 29th. We made a few announcements that the 29th is going to be a big day. I don't want to confuse anyone. The 29th is not the day of the token launch. So if that's the rumor or if that's what you interpreted, that is not the case. The token launch is coming very soon. Not much longer after the 29th. But the 29th is a day where you are going to start seeing some very big news start to be released around Warrior Alliance and our token launch. So the 29th, everyone's been asking, give us details, what's going on, share token details with us. The 29th and a few days after that are going to be the days that you want to pay attention to our announcements over here if that's what you're waiting for. But it is not when the token is launching. So you have a little bit longer to settle your ETH. And I guess while we're on the subject of the token, for anyone that doesn't remember, however many NFTs you hold, by the time we do the snapshot, which even I don't know when the snapshot is going to be done, I'm going to assume it's going to be as close to token launch as possible. We will perform a snapshot and capture how many NFTs everyone's holding, and that will basically set your allocation for how much you can buy in tokens. So it's kind of like if you guys have ever participated in a token private sale, where you everyone has like a maximum amount they can contribute. Kind of like that, except your maximum amount you can contribute is based off of how many NFTs you hold. So that is your allocation of tokens. I don't have any specific details on how much that might be in Ethereum or anything like that, but that's how that's going to work. So if you have a lot of NFTs, obviously you're going to get bigger token allocation. Even if you only have one NFT, you are getting in at ground floor price. So very difficult to lose. Obviously, there's still, like anything in crypto, there's still a chance with any investment that the value goes down. Of course, that's a possibility. But being in at ground level, your risk is mitigated quite heavily. There's really only a few scenarios where you could lose money at that point, and that is the team doesn't deliver what we said to do, and you're just holding this useless token, and that should never happen because we're here for Warrior Alliance, and we're sticking around until the game's here, and the token will be used in the game. The other reason why that could happen is Ethereum, for whatever reason, dumps because it's going to be paired with Ethereum. It does move with the price of Ethereum, so it would have to fall pretty significantly for you to lose a lot of money in that scenario. But you could, even if no trade volume happens on our token, it's consolidated at a specific price. If Ethereum drops, the token price can also drop alongside that. It would, like I said, have to fall quite a bit for that to be a significant loss, but that can happen. So that would be the other scenario. And then the third that I can think of, at least, and I'm not an expert in any of this, so maybe there's more. The third reason why the token could fall below your entry, even if you were first, is if people started selling for losses, which doesn't happen a lot. It does happen, but it doesn't happen a lot. People typically would rather just hold than sell for a loss. So those are really specific scenarios on when that could happen. So you really, most of the time when you're buying not an NFT, a token, a cryptocurrency, you're watching the chart and you buy in when you're ready to buy. And if you buy and the chart it goes for a correction and drops below your entry price, now you're down in money. Obviously, we can go and argue about you're really only down when you sell. But still, the value of your token is now less. Technically, your asset that you purchased or assets you purchased are now worth less. That won't happen in our token if you buy in during the pre-sale because of getting in at the very earliest entry. You're at ground level. So like I said, only those three specific scenarios, which are not really ideal for anyone to be in those scenarios. It's not really a high likelihood of any of that happening. So that's why I said your risk is very much mitigated if you buy into the private round for our token. Of course, there has to be some sort of balance because we need new traders to come in, and that's how we're going to grow the value of the token, grow our holder base, and also spread awareness about the project. So it can't be so heavily weighted towards NFT holders that anyone on the outside doesn't want to buy the token because, geez, well, all the Warrior Alliance NFT holders are up 1,000x right now. I'm asking for it by buying. Obviously, we can't wait at anything like that, but you guys will be getting it at the absolute best prices. So stay tuned 29th in a few days following for some really exciting news about that. I mentioned we have some articles in last week's Tony Talk coming very soon. Some of them you'll start to see pop up here over this next week, and that will also have some more information about Warrior Alliance, the game, the token, and all that. Those are dual purpose, so it clarifies a lot of information for anyone here that maybe doesn't have time to read every announcement. They can visit those articles and get a really good rundown of where we're at in the project. And then on top of that, anyone that sees that article, if it gets shared around, if it gets promoted anywhere, if people are searching around on wherever the article is posted, let's say Medium, or maybe it's a published article on a I don't know, like a crypto news site, we could also publish it there, I suppose. Then it grows eyes that way too. So dual purpose. So we're excited for those. Obviously, a lot goes into preparing that because we don't want to publish information that we want to change later, or anything like that. So it's a little tricky to really give yourself deadlines on getting these articles published because it's one thing to push a Discord announcement and then say, hey guys, we have to make a correction of that. It's another thing to, and I'm not saying we can't change anything after the fact, but we certainly don't want to publish an article and then have to change it. So we really got to make sure we nail down all the specifics and timelines, or at least be very accurate and clear with them. Obviously, the number one place for news on Warrior Alliance is going to continue to be our Discord and our Twitter. But for anyone that's not already inside of here, it's a good place for them to learn a little bit more. So also another thing we're working on is trying to build some more community activities to give everyone a little bit more to do and hang out around here. Obviously, we posted a poll about some video games that you guys might be interested in playing as a community. So if you have not voted in that poll yet, please do so. There's a channel called Polls underneath what's the category called? Official updates. So please vote over there if you haven't already. And there's a lot of planning that goes into scheduling an event like that. If you guys aren't aware, it's not as simple as just saying, what game do you guys want to play? Okay, we're all going to play that game on that day. We have to make sure that there's somebody there to facilitate it that can set the time aside, and that there's enough interest for us to, set that time aside and schedule all that and make sure people are there for it. So please vote, and then we'll post some future updates here. Maybe we'll do something as early as this weekend. We're still talking about that, so stay tuned. We're trying to build more value for you guys and get everyone introduced to each other and have some fun. So lots of ways we can do that, but I know a lot of gamers are in here, so we got some fun stuff coming on that side. More community game events. Hopefully in the future we can do that with the Warrior Alliance video game. That's why we're all here. So trying to think what else we had. It was pretty short as far as like content we had to really talk about tonight because we're so close to the 29th, which is going to be the big day. So I guess at this point, if anyone has any questions, I'm not going to dive super deep into tokenomics and any of that, but if you guys have any questions, would like to raise your hand and come up to the stage to ask, now would be your chance to do so. I'll take a few questions. It's all right if we don't have any either. I guess that's a good thing. Everyone's just kind of waiting for the official updates. Snapdragon, I see you. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey man, what's up?
Nothing.
Yeah, I was trying to do it really quick before you hopped off. I had to switch back over. because all my people are sleeping, so I'm gonna try not to be too loud. But I was kind of wondering the way you made it sound. It goes by the number, like the allocation is going to be dependent on, or not the allocation, but the amount that you can purchase of ammo is going to be dependent on the number of NFTs you have. Does it depend on the, I guess, from standard to Genesis Ultra? Does that matter at all?
Sure. I will confirm with our dev and Julian. I know initially that is what we had planned. But I don't know from like a development standpoint how difficult that is. If it's not anything that is uh gonna delay development time to get the token launched, then I believe yes, that is how it's gonna operate. However, we've been working on this for so many months. I don't want to say for certain at this point because I'm not involved in every conversation with the token. So it's very possible this is something that was addressed and brought to our dev Toby. And Toby said, sure, I can do that, but that's going to be an extra, X amount of weeks of dev time, to write that code or something like that. I'm not sure if that's been a conversation that's been had yet around if it's possible and how difficult it is. So I will confirm and I will update you. Um, it it could go either way at this point, just because we had the delay between both of those launches and now has been so much longer than we originally planned. So a lot has changed between what we initially wanted to do with the token and where we're currently at now. So I will, like I said, I'll confirm and I'll get back to you. Julian's sleeping right now. Actually, he's probably waking up here pretty soon, but otherwise I just ping him. But we will obviously have all those fine details outlined when those official documents are published, but if I can get an answer for you before then, I will definitely let you know.
Yeah, brother, I appreciate it. Yeah, really looking forward to the 29th then.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be an exciting day. I think everyone in here will be a little shocked, and then that's when the fun really starts here for everyone waiting for the token. That's like the when you're riding a roller coaster and you're at the bottom, but you're on your way up towards the top. We're already on that path of chugging up along. Uh, I think the token launch would be the very tip of the roller coaster, and we're about halfway up there. So the 29th is right before that, and then it's off to the races.
Sweet deal. Thanks, man.
All right, no worries. Excuse me. If anyone else has any questions, feel free to raise your hand. I was gonna say something, I forgot. Oh, how do you guys like Meme Monday? I'm enjoying the memes. I know Sonoris is enjoying the memes. I don't know if Tony's enjoying the memes. You guys take some jabs at him, but we all get laughs out of it. So, no sweat there. Tony's got thick skin. He can take it all. But man, you guys don't hold back on some of these memes. I'll give it about another minute. If anyone has questions, go ahead and raise your hand in Discord. We should have another one of these next Tuesday. Try to make sure Tony doesn't have any business meetings that day. But it's good to know that he's out continuing to build relationships for Warrior Alliance and has everyone that is invested's best interest in mind. So I'm excited to hear about what partner that is. Because like I said, I'm not involved in every conversation. I don't know really who on the team knows who he had dinner with tonight. So I'm hoping it's a exciting new partner and we get to learn about it very soon. Cool. Well, if you guys missed any part of this, it has been recorded. It will be uploaded to YouTube in the next, I don't know, 24 hours or so. I'll try to have it up tonight though. And yeah, you guys can ping me. I'm still around, obviously very active, but I respond better to pings just because I had another child. My second son was born earlier last month. I obviously I'm pretty busy with juggling two little monsters now, so send me a ping if you need me, and I will always respond. I check in the chat every now and then though, but I don't have time to go back and scroll through hundreds of messages. But We're about to get back into it, guys. I'm excited. Thank you, everyone that's stuck around and continues to talk about Warrior Alliance. I will have an announcement going up tomorrow, which be on the lookout if you guys are involved in other NFT projects, growing NFT projects, and you guys have connections. I know some of you guys are moderators in other projects, which is fantastic. Even if you've reached out in the past to network with us and collab or do like a dual AMA. We had a long stretch of time where we weren't doing that because we were just all hands on deck with token launch and working on some other things that are coming. If that is you, or you have any ties to other projects, or you just have maybe a close relationship with some of the team and can get Warrior Alliance on the table for a potential AMA with them, that's something we are very much interested in. And if it's if it goes well enough and it's a big enough community, we'll even maybe introduce some rewards for that. So be on the lookout for an announcement tomorrow on how you can like submit those, because it might be different than what you guys are used to. So we're looking to network and before, right as we're leading up to token launch, spread more awareness. Everybody wins that way. So thank you all for rocking with us. I apologize for the delay with Tony, but it was all in good spirit. So catch you all later. I'll be around. Have a good night, everyone.